Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is the Battle Blaster coming at you tonight. I just wanted to talk to you about something that I want to talk to all you single mothers out there or parents who are black and, you're out here and you might be single fathers or single mothers, or you might just be a unit, father and mother. I was talking to my niece today, and this is something that I wanted her to understand. I don't think she did understand. We had to stop talking because she had things to do and I had things to do because I was at work. I was talking to her, and she was telling me how my nieces and a few of my nieces, her few of her kids, and a couple of my other nieces, her sister's kids, they went down to another part of the state where I'm from, and they live with their aunt down there, which is their mom's sister, my niece again. So they think that going to an all-white school would give the black children, my nieces and nephews, a leg up in the world. All right. I was trying to tell her, have you been watching the news? Do you read the paper? Do you and she does all this. And I told her, what about the lady for Full House? The minutes scam that they were doing, where they was giving these kids coming in and giving them scholarships and all that shit. These are rich people who can buy their kids to go into school. But I guess the kids were so dumb they couldn't pass to get into the school they wanted to get into. So what they did, they would Photoshop some of those kids into like the road team, as far as pictures are concerned, and made up false documents, and did other little knickknacks and put them on a chess club and whatever other club there is, they was putting them in there, and they made false documents to make it seem like that they were just as bright or good as the other kids that was in there actually. And the kids were just as dumb as nails. And I'm trying to tell her something. So what I did tonight, I actually went online and I looked it up, and there are so many different ratings, but it's so hard to get a real rating from them, and I don't know where to go to get the real rating systems from. But from what I can understand, America is, if they said from 1 to 20, America's dead last. If they say 1 to 50, America's 32. The leading places is in France and Denmark and Japan. Those are the three best educational places for education that you can go to. Now, what I was trying to tell my niece was, what we need to do, and this is something I'm going to tell all you black people out there who might be listening to me, stop sending your kids to these schools, because what you're doing, you're hurting you sending them to these white schools. And I understand that our schools, black schools, isn't the best schooling in the world, because by design they make it not the best schools in the world. We are always dead last. The education system, it shows you when you teach a black child in a black only school, and then you ship them into a white school, they are years behind where they shouldn't be, because this is all by design. But the main thing here is also that when I kind of got mad, because I'm like, why would you send these kids to these schools? Because this is the era of Trump. And what I mean about that, the white supremacists is straight open with they shit. They are making these black kids bow down and apologize to the white kids for the white kids starting trouble with them. That is screwing up these children's mindset. You know, I seen one day on YouTube or whatever the hell it was, one of these damn, I think it was one of these damn circus they had out there, and it's a school where all these little rich preppy kids go to. It's Allentown High School, and that's in Allentown, New Jersey here. And these white kids, they have programs that reaches out to smart black children or smart children of in black schools or in half decent white schools. So when they can get a chance to go there underneath the banner of them with their hard work, under the banner of their hard work, how can I put it to you? The children there, because with their racism, they take pictures of them talking about this is what welfare handouts look like, this is what monkeys in the zoo look like. They always have some derogatory thing to say, but these little bastards would never ever survive 1 week in a school like Trenton High or Junior 3 or one of the junior high schools out here, because their mouth, the way they act, the way they look would get them hemmed up. They will be really thrown into the shark's tank. You know what I mean? And this is why these people don't want this to ever come to light, come to be. So the thing is, for me, is my nieces and nephews now go to this white school out in some place out in Cinnamon somewhere, and they're being harassed by these white kids. These white kids come to them, call them all types of N-words and monkeys, and then when they jump in their face and put their hands on these kids or they cuss them out, they get in trouble and they have to write apology notes to these white kids. This is not cool. This is going to make me go up there and raise hell. But I want to talk to both of them, all my nieces first about this before I even open up my mouth, because I ain't going to go down there and open up my mouth before, before I talk to them. Because if I open up my mouth and you just going to keep these kids in that school, it's not even worth me doing it. What you're doing, you are setting these kids up for scarring them for the rest of their natural born lives. They already experience racism from the white teachers in the school, in the black schools. They already experience racism in the neighborhood stores is not owned by blacks, or the police that might ride up and down the street yelling at them because they taking their time walking across the street or something. You know what I mean? They experience racism that way. But when you got a group of kids who can outnumber you and jump y'all, beat you, hurt you, and you never come home, that's you asking for fucking trouble. You're asking for them to go through this bullshit. They should not have to go through this. And that's what I try and tell my niece. You can't, no, these kids should not go there. But see, when you got a group of women who think that they know everything and they don't really look at things, they don't really ponder the hardships that will happen to these children because of the climate we're in, because all you want to do is say, oh, well, these white schools are good schools. Well, like I said before, if you read the statistics, America's not one of the highest rating educational points in the world. Some, like I said, some site says we rate 20, some says we rate 32, some say we rate 89. I was looking at this shit. This is ridiculous. So you don't know. I need to find out a true number of where the educational system is in the world when it comes to American educational system, because our educational system's not great. And that proves it when you have dumbass white children who can't even fucking comprehend some of the words that's being taught to them because they're that dumb. I watch videos where these white women and white boys be sitting up there and they be talking to them, and a lot of them cats be like, huh? What does that mean? You dumb as fuck. You got the greatest, I ain't gonna say the greatest education, but you got good education compared to us. And some of y'all still don't know. Now, I ain't gonna say all of them are like that, but some of them are. And there might be a vast majority or a mass majority. Who knows? But what I'm saying to you is this. What we need truly as black people, and I was telling my niece this, women need a women's auxiliary club. And y'all need women who have their minds on straight, who gives a damn about their children, who gives a damn about their schooling. You know what I mean? And who gives a damn about just, like I said, the children in general and where they want the community to head. Because, see, the point is, when I've always told you about how things are, but when the feminist movement moved in and pushed the black man out of the house, it left the black family wide open for destruction. A woman cannot head up her family because she cannot totally protect her family from harm like a man can do. See, with a man in the house, all the bullshit stops. See, women, and I'm going to say this, and I don't give a damn. If you want to hear what I have to say, ladies, please listen. And if you think I'm wrong, then write it out and keep it on there this time. Stop being scared and deleting it or keeping it hidden so I can't see it. That's childish. Say what you say and stand on it. But I'm going to say this. What makes it so crazy is this. You ladies, y'all get flippy floppy. And what I mean flippy floppy is y'all are undecisive. You don't know whether you coming or going today. You don't know which way you moving. You're very full of fucking feelings, and you're not sure of everything. But when you think you're sure, you put all your eggs in one basket, and then all of a sudden the basket, the bottom falls out of the basket. Now you're sitting there looking stupid in the face. This is women's mindset. You're wishy-washy. You're flippy-floppy. You don't know how to stay on course long enough to see something done. And when you do have a bunch of women who feel like that they have to keep on course and get something done, it gets done. And what I mean about an auxiliary club for women, you get women who know how to get shit done. And this is what y'all do. Y'all get together. Because this is the thing. I'm going to talk about the single parenthood shit in a minute. Which this is going to segue itself into it. But since a lot of women are single mothers and they just want to be the head of the household and everything, fine. But I'm going to tell you, do this. Get yourself an auxiliary club if y'all really real about everything. Set up things where if you could spend $200 million a year on weave, you could take $200 million and put that to the auxiliary club and learn how to do your own motherfucking hair and learn how to live with your own motherfucking hair. And if you don't want to do your own hair, shave your shit bald and buy a wig. Keep your shit in braids. Keep your shit cut low, because a lot of beautiful women look good with their hair cut low. A lot of black women look really cute and sexy with their hair cut low, unless you ain't got the head for it. But regardless, do something. You know what I mean? And if you cut that weave shit out for like a year, you would crash the Koreans' economy in the hair market, and you could take that shit over. You understand what I'm saying? But y'all constantly give your money to these motherfuckers. And when it comes to men, black men, We could put rims and shit on our car, spend all this money on car and clothes and shit. Cut that shit out and give it to the women so they can do what they have to do in the auxiliary clubs, so they can get things cracking. They can stand up, get lawyers and everything else, and start working on some shit. And black men, we should be right there along with them. But like I said, this is a story for them, and I want them to understand something. Black women, you need a man. You need somebody, not your fucking brother, not your fucking dad, not your fucking cousin, not your fucking best friend, your fucking children's father. This is why you need a man in the motherfucking house. Stop having all these fucking babies by different motherfuckers, or a motherfucker who ain't gonna do shit for your kids. You need to have a man in your house that will take care of these situations, because you shouldn't have to run down to school and raise hell with the damn educational system. It should be the man who should go down there and raise hell. Now, if you want to stand beside him and put your 2 cents in it, that's fine. But he is there to do what? He is there to stop all the bullshit. This is what I was telling my niece. If you can have 10 baby daddies, why can't none of them go up there and say that what they want for their children, or just the fact to see your children have a good schooling, have to stop being picked on by other white children? You can't do that, because you know what? You are too busy trying to be the strong one. You are too busy trying to be the man of the house and the woman. Let me tell you something, sweetheart. When hell breaks loose, you're going to wish you had a man. You're going to be looking for your brother. You're going to be looking for your cousin. You're going to be looking for your best friend. You're going to be looking for your uncle. You're going to be looking for your father if you got a father around you. You're going to be looking for them, or your uncles or somebody. You're going to be looking for somebody, your granddaddy, somebody to come out with manly strength and manly courage and manly fucking thought to come out and fight alongside or with you, whatever. See, I was talking to my niece, and I told her, I said, see, this is your fault. This is all your fault. And she said, no, it's the man's fault. I said, no. It's the man's fault to an extent. If I'm a woman and I'm want to screw this guy, and he don't come to my house with condoms, and I don't got a condom to give him to make sure he put it on, it's my responsibility, because now I said, okay, you can go up inside me raw and bust your nuts in me, and I have a child out of wedlock with somebody who was just out to get his. Now, it's my decision either to keep the child or to get rid of it if I'm pregnant. And 9 times out of 10, if you keep that child, that is not that man's fault. That's your fault. Because you allowed him in your body without protection on. You can sit there and say, no, that's his fault because he should have brought a protection. Yeah, okay, fine. But guess what? It's your fault because you could have told him, nah, you ain't getting none of it. You ain't getting none of this. I don't give a fuck about the heat of the moment. The heat of the moment is what it is, and it's supposed to stop right there. Oh, bitch, you ain't got no condom? Well, look, I got one in the drawer right here. Here, put this on. Man, I don't want to use that shit. Then you ain't fucking with me. Easy. It's not easier said than done. It's easy. Men will do anything just to get a piece of pussy, ladies. I hate to be that nasty and that derogatory to y'all, but it's the truth. Men will do anything to get pussy. Look how these niggas, excuse my expression, look how these clowns out here dress. Look how they fucking behave. They behave this way because they think that's what y'all like. Y'all like the thuggish dudes. I remember back in the day, this is how the thug culture came out. MC Lyte, and I spoke about this before. Gotta what? Gotta have a roughneck. Gotta who? Gotta have a roughneck. I need him in the morning, so I gotta have a roughneck. That song was the anthem for the thugs. And ever since then, the thuggish brothers have been in effect. The cool, smooth brothers like me, we are out the door. I remember you had to be that Keith Sweat, smooth counting cat to get the chicks. Now, you can be a dirty ass fucking nigga out in the street and don't, motherfucker, I hate to use that word, but you can be a dirty ass motherfucking dude out in the street and a woman and be bossing up these bras and talking all in these bras' face, stinking ass breath, fucking hair ain't combed, you got fucking shit stains in your drawers and they showing because your tight saggy ass pants and shit. Man, come on. And this is the type of men these women go for. And I'm like, yo, because when they bust they nut, a lot of these brothers get up and they don't want to be bothered with you no more. And then y'all be sitting up there, oh, I can't find no good man. You didn't date a good man. You just fucked a man. You had sex and it came out that you had a baby with a man. You didn't date him. You didn't take time out to fucking get to know him. And if the dick is good, you damn sure gonna stay with him. That's how you feel like, I'm gonna keep him around because that motherfucker got some good dick. Oh, trust me, I'm a dude. I lived in this fucking life for 50 years. I have seen what comes and what fucking goes. We are living in a time of great apparel, where we don't know when the fucking bottom's gonna fall out in this bitch. And trust me, it's about to fall out. And when it falls out, everything's gonna fall on us because we are at the motherfucking bottom. And y'all don't even fucking see it. When shit drips down, it drips right down on our fucking head. They put the Hispanics in this country, they bring them in here, and now they put them over us because you know why? White people are dying off. Let me say this again. White people are dying off, so they are trying to rebrand themselves. They're bringing in anything light, bright, and damn near white so they can mate with these people to put a new lease on life for the white race. And see, a lot of these different cultures, these Asians and these Hispanics and these Arabs and shit like that that's coming in this country, let me tell you something, they consider them white. And they had the same white sentiment that that other white people have. They have the same white sentiments that white people have. They don't like us, they hate our guts. But these are the same people, just like the white people, who want to do what the fuck we do, say what the fuck we say, and act and move and dress and dance the way we do everything. I see how they pushing Spanish people music's Spanish. They're trying to push Spanish culture and Spanish music on you know, in the American lexicon. And guess what? It's not going to happen because we are the trendsetters. The Bible tells you we will have the ear of the people. Everything about us is fly. That's why they trying to push this homosexual shit on us to stop us from having children. Like I said, we got to be more than fucking 14%, people. This is what scares them. Just like in slavery, during slavery times, they found out that it was more slaves than there was fucking white people in this country. So that's why they had the first fucking great migration. This is the second great migration. But I'm gonna tell you like this, little do they know, it's about to break the back of this funky ass country. And all hell's gonna break loose. And all I gotta say is, may God help us all who is not ready for what is about to come. But getting back to what I was saying, because now I'm kind of going a little bit to the left. But again, you don't think we can take our money and our resources as black men and women, instead of buying all the stupid shit and putting it to our schools, putting it to getting homegrown politicians and make sure they working for us? All the money in the world we can value, that we can accumulate. We rather take that money and haul ass to the white areas and want to live next to white folks. White folks moved out of the cities so they could be away from us. But here we go. We like some fucking loyal, fucking sick ass pets. We want to run next to them and be underneath them. Fuck them. And fuck the fucking boards of education. If they don't want to go along with our fucking program, we will fucking make our own program. It's time for us to buy books that are up to date, and we should fucking teach our children properly. Our children should learn calculus. They should learn fucking history. We should be on the top levels of science. We should know fucking the greatest of English lexicons and shit like that. We should be on the top level of shit. But instead, we rather look like we on the top level of shit, but have the fucking brains and the know-how of a fucking turnip. Y'all motherfuckers kill me. It's time for us to fucking grow up. And like I said, I'm gonna end this real quick. I'm coming to the ending right now. When you put your kids in a predicament, my nieces are putting my nieces, my great nieces and nephews into, that's a recipe for disaster, to be honest with you. We have to stop thinking everything about white people is good. All their education is great. You can have their education, but they're still not going to hire you. You can talk the talk and walk the walk, but they're still not going to get. That's still not going to guarantee you the job. We have to do for self. Instead of us running away from where we are, we need to embrace it, break it down, restructure, and rebuild. It's up to us. And far as women running this fucking shit as a matriarch, this shit has to stop, because for the past 40, almost 50 years, this shit has been a true fucking failure. Letting the woman lead and take the reins has been a huge and fucking costly failure. When you have a husband, and if you were to know anybody who's married and really love their husband, and they really love their wife, and they're not trying to run and jump ship on each other all the time, just see how their life is. See how they work together. I bet you they got a house. I bet you they move into a bigger and better tomorrows. They might start off in an apartment for a few years, but then they put their money together, they get a house, have a nice car, have 2 nice cars or 3 nice cars. The kids are going to be college bound. They're going to do this. They're going to do that. They're moving their family forward. A single mother struggles to push her kids forward. I'm not going to say all single mothers haven't pushed their kids forward, but they push their kids forward into the wrong, in the wrong scenario, in the wrong direction. They push their kids into sports so they can get them out of the ghettos or get them out of the rough parts of town. Come on, man. You don't do that. If your son, he might have the hankering for football, but he might be the greatest fucking politician we ever met. He might be the greatest judge we ever met. He might be the greatest fucking construction worker or the greatest motherfucking man who puts together a building. An architect. You don't know, but you push your kids directly into what? Sports, so they can get you out of the ghetto. No, that's up to you to get your children out of the ghetto or to make your surroundings better. See, we live in the ghetto, but we don't have to treat it like it's the ghetto. You understand what I'm saying? We live in black neighborhoods, but we don't have to make them into black neighborhoods. We can make them into fucking beautiful black neighborhoods that look like Park Avenue. But it starts from inside. It starts with a clean mind and a clean slate and a clean sheet of paper. It's up to us. The black man and the black woman. This is the Battle Blast, and I'm out. Peace.